I might just chill, but I'm not
Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My 2 Cents, where I cover non-crypto related topics like pop culture, sports, finance, science, and automotive. And today, I guess you can kind of consider this science. We're going to be talking about global warming, or the lack thereof. I'm not a firm believer of this global warming crap. I'll just be honest with you. I think it's a big ass agenda to just suck more money from us, create more agencies that are unnecessary. If there is global warming, it's a natural thing. It happened millions of years ago. It's gonna happen millions of years from now after the humans on this planet are gone. So I think it's a bunch of nonsense, but we're gonna look at this Zerohedge article about that. Martin Armstrong just put out some research regarding some global warming stats. But first, I know you guys can hear this classic hip hop joint in the background. Loonies, I got 5 on it. This crypto market gonna make me start smoking weed, people. God, just need some action here. But today, again, the article out of Zerohedge, and let's go ahead and take a look at that really quickly. It says here, independent audit exposes the fraud in global warming data. An independent audit of the key temperature data set that is being used by climate models has exposed more than 70 problems with the data, which render it unfit for global studies. Problems include 0-degree temperatures in the Caribbean, 82°C temperatures in Colombia, and ship-based recordings taking 100 kilometers inland. The audit has concluded that the studies are deliberately exaggerating temperatures to support a theory of global warming, utilizing global averages that are far less certain than what is being forecast. The audit has revealed that climate models have been tuned to match incorrect data, which would render incorrect their predictions of future temperatures and estimates of a human influence on temperatures. Furthermore, the Paris Climate Agreement adopted in 1850 through 1899 averages as indicative of pre-industrial temperatures is fatally flawed. The entire Paris Climate Agreement has an agenda to eliminate effectively the advancement of society and attempt to reset the clock to the pre-industrial revolution. This entire theory that before the Industrial Revolution, our planet's atmosphere was somehow pristine and uncontaminated by human-made pollutions has been also proven to be completely bogus. And now we've got a picture of Al Gore. Of course, he's the inventor of the internet, right? Oh man, bubbles trapped in Greenland's ice has revealed that we began emitting greenhouse gases at least 2,000 years ago. The Romans even constructed the first aqueduct, which was built in 312 BC because there was serious problems with water pollution. Seneca, the advisor to Nero, wrote in 61 AD, "No sooner had I left behind the oppressive atmosphere of the city of Rome and that reek of smoke cookers which pour out, along with clouds of ash, all of the poisonous fumes they've accumulated in their interiors whenever they're started up. Then I noticed the change in my condition." This new audit argues even the most simple basic quality checks had not been done on the Hadcrut 4 data, which is managed by the UK Met Office Hadley Center. The audit exposed the estimates were made of the uncertainties arising from thermometer accuracy, homogenization, sampling grid boxes with a finite number of measurements available, large-scale biases such as urbanization, and estimation of regional averages with non-complete global measurement coverage. The audit has exposed the dishonesty in this entire scheme, and it appears to be directed at the goal of reducing the population. Anomalies it has identified including at St. Kitts in the Caribbean. The average temperature for December 1981 was 0 degrees. Normally it's 26 degrees Celsius. For the 3 months in 1978, one place in Colombia reported an 82 degrees Celsius average, hotter than the hottest day on Earth. Then in Romania, 1 September, the average temperature was reported as a minus 46 degrees Celsius, which has never happened. The data showed that supposedly ships would report ocean temperatures from places up to 100 kilometers inland. The paper also points out that the most serious flaws identified was the shortage of data. For the first 2 years from 1850 onwards, the only land-based reporting station in southern hemisphere was in Indonesia. Then there were ship observations at the time, but Australian records had not started until 1855 in Melbourne, which started in 1853. This data appears to have been just made up. According to the Hadcroft 4 calculation of coverage, it was almost 1950 before there was data from even half of the southern hemisphere available. Yet they claim global warming has taken hold for 100 years prior. Then the Paris Climate Agreement takes the Hadcroft 4 average from 1850 to 1899 as an indicative temperature or pre-industrial revolution. There's absolutely no possible way the data set being used to support all this global warming is even valid for any forecast. The article finishes up. So yeah, what do you think about this? There were some interesting comments here and below. I gotta give a shout out to my man Coco for this as well. He actually dropped this one to me. Coco from the Web By Room. Super Maxed Out said, 10 years ago I realized the outside temperature shown in my Kia was always differing by 1 degree from the temperature of my wife's Toyota, even when they were standing side by side. At this point I suddenly realized that 150 years ago that can't have been even better. In the opposite, it must have been far worse. Within a few seconds of thinking, I realized that this whole global warming theory was based on garbage data and therefore worthless. He also says it's easy to calculate the mathematical correct global average temperature from 150 years ago. There might be a few weather stations that have existed which may have produced halfway reliable data, but by far not all. Plus, the equal calibration of the thermometers was not given. 1 degree plus or minus was neglectable at the time, as it is even today when comparing Kia and Toyota. One thermometer probably built in Japan, the other in Korea. Messy State of Affairs says here, if the nice bankers say there's global warming, then there's global warming. Now shut up and pay your global carbon tax. Is being put there to get you used to all the other global taxes to follow. I'm with Messy State of Affairs on that one. I think that's kind of really where this conspiracy is leading us. It's just a way to enact another tax, in my opinion. I don't think it's anything more and nothing less, to be honest with you. You guys let me know your thoughts on that though. Not surprising, shouldn't be to you either. But I just wanted to definitely read that and give you my 2 cents on it because, you know, we're gonna get taxed to death. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. They make up new stuff to tax us on, and it's not gonna get any better. I don't see it getting any better. But again, you guys let me know your thoughts about this Armstrong report stating that this global warming data from back in the day made up. Made up, people. Made up. That's pretty much it, though, for today, ladies and gents. It's your boy, Crypto Blood. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And also, make sure that bell is clicked. That will ensure you are alerted for every upload on this channel. Again, loonies, I got 5 on it. That's it for my 2 cents, guys. It's your boy, Crypto Blood. I'm out. Holla.